Welcome to the Kia Hyundai channel. We are doing Phone In Friday. So
Who are we though?
Oh.
What's your name?
I'm Pat from Brantford Kia.
He's new here. My name's Gabby.
And I'm Mike.
And together we are the Kia Hyundai channel. So we have employees from our Hyundai location, Brantford Hyundai, and then the owner of our Kia location, Patrick Hart. And then I'm just here. And today we're going to answer your guys' questions live. So we go live every weekday at 2 p.m. Every last Friday of the month, though, that video is dedicated solely to answering your guys' questions. Pat, do you want to start off with our 3 reasons why?
Yeah, the first reason why we do these videos, number one, is you may own a Kia or Hyundai product, and we just want to enhance your ownership by answering any question you may have about the product.
Number two,
Okay.
I don't know why I looked at you. Yeah. Mike's not wearing a mic because he's too loud, so we took that away from him. Number two, you may be considering a new vehicle. We want you to consider Kia and Hyundai. We think these vehicles are fantastic. That's why we dedicated a whole YouTube channel just to go through walkthroughs, ownership information, everything you could think of. We've done a video on it.
Yes, and number three, tell me if you can't hear me, but I'm sure you will. If you've made a decision to buy a Kia or a Hyundai, why not buy from us?
If you live in Ontario.
If you live in Ontario, that is, and only live in Ontario. So we have 3 locations in Ontario. Obviously, we're here at Brantford Kia. We have Brantford Hyundai about 10 minutes away, and Owen Sound Hyundai, which is up north. And obviously, we've given you a ton of information. We've helped you along the way for your research, and would love to do business with you and have you be part of the family.
Absolutely. I'm going to show you guys in true Kia Hyundai channel fashion how you can join our next live if you are watching this in the future. So Pat will grab the camera. All you have to do is go to the Kia Hyundai channel on YouTube, and if you're watching this video, you already found us. We literally just hit 90,000 subscribers, so while you're here, if you don't mind subscribing, let's get that to 100,000 maybe. So from here, as long as it's around 2 p.m., you'll see we have an upcoming video. All you have to do is either click that video there or refresh your page, and then it'll load you in. You may have to watch an ad. Oh, got another car ad. But you'll see on the right side over here, we have a live chat box, and that's where you guys will go to answer your question or ask your questions live. We're just reading it off the screen here so you know we're answering these questions in real time. We're really here, really doing this. And I think we'll get into it. Of course, Pat is the owner, so he has some super juicy insider information that he is so excited to share with you guys. We do not have his hair care routine dropped yet, though. That's going to be at 100,000 subspcribers, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it's soon.
So many comments about hair.
I bet it's very simple. It's just, you just wake up like that.
I'm going to sit beside you, Pat.
Yeah, right. So guys, if you have any questions, then feel free to ask.
Yes.
Obviously, the auto business has been pretty dynamic over the last year with lots of changes. And, we've had... just about everything that could go wrong, I think, has. To give you an example right now, we've got a bunch of cars that come from Korea by boat. They go to the Vancouver port. And so both Hyundai and Kia, pretty much every manufacturer uses the Vancouver port. And there's such a backlog of boats to be unloaded there that what used to take 6 days is now taking 36 days. So manufacturing-wise, both Kia and Hyundai, they're doing way better, producing more cars, less shortages, product is coming fairly steadily, but it seems like the transportation now seems to be slowing us down. Like, to give you an example, I was chatting with one of my colleagues, and there was a boat that landed in February in Vancouver, and it didn't get offloaded until May. And so the cars just sat there, and they're all pretty much sold. We want to get them off, we want to get them to our buyers. And so it's been a little frustrating. And from what I understand, and if any of you guys work for the ports, help. But from what I understand, they rank the container based on what the cargo is. And so, for example, drugs and food would be offloaded right away, whereas cars is basically the last thing they offload because it's not like they're going to go stale sitting there. There was even a situation where one of the big boats came from Korea, and they sent it to California and half offloaded it onto a small boat so we could get it offloaded into the Vancouver port. They're doing really creative things to try and get cars. But yeah, it's been a challenge. So let's take a look and dig into some of your questions.
Right. Right off the bat, we saw Jazz say, so U.S. citizens cannot buy from your dealership, and that's correct. Pat, why is that correct?
Our franchise agreement doesn't allow us to export cars. We have to sell them within our local market because it can mess up the U.S. market. If you live in Canada and you're buying a car in Canada, you're getting a really good value when it comes to currency versus the U.S. Like, for example, when the Stinger first came out, it was 50,000 Canadian or 50,000 U.S. So basically, we were $15,000 cheaper. So that's just the way the rules work. And to import a Kia into the U.S., it's really, really difficult. You have to get a letter from Kia, and you pretty much can't get it. So honestly, don't even try.
What's the most readily available PHEV in the lineup right now? Niro, Santa Fe, Tucson. I'm gonna add Sorento, Sportage.
Yeah.
That's
On the
Niro.
Hyundai side,
She just tackled those two. Santa Fe, Tucson for sure.
Well, those are the
Elantra.
only PHEVs in your lineup right now.
Yeah.
Which one's the easiest
readily
to get?
available?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Easiest to get.
it's still the wait times specifically for PHEV. You're
Yeah.
looking at a year still. Like, I mean, we might have, if we had any on our lot now, they're gone already. I would say the quickest one you can get, I see Tucson's coming in quite a bit. So I would say that for the quickest, if you were thinking of.
in the Kia lineup, the Niro PHEV is probably the shortest wait.
Absolutely.
But there still is a wait.
Wait.
Niro EV is, like for alternative, is probably the quickest EV that you can get.
And then follow-up question to that. So this wasn't commented, but yesterday I already spoke to Pat about this. I had a customer of mine send me in a screen grab from a Kia Sorento PHEV Forum Canada page, asking what's going on with PHEVs here in Canada for Sorrentos at least.
Yeah, so I mean, we get a screen that gives us some guidance, and it tells us, if the customer ordered, let's say in February of 2022, then they should have a car in February of 2024. Now, this is a national estimated timeline, and so depending on the take rate in different provinces, for example, Quebec has big incentives for plug-in hybrid, plug-in hybrid and EV, and so their volume is much higher, but they only get so many cars, whereas Ontario doesn't really have the same level of incentives. So we sell a little less, which means a little bit easier to get a plug-in hybrid Sorento here in Ontario. And so we're up to January of 2022. And so I think if you ordered like in February of last year, you'll get it this year. We seem to get like none 5, none 6. And
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I see a couple asking the common question with Hyundai is 2024 Santa Fe's, Konas. All right, so I do have a little bit of an update. Production actually is starting on those specific models in June next month, and take this with a grain of salt. September could be around when we see them hit our lot, and of course you're going to see it on this channel if that's the case. I do want to. There was a question up there that I definitely want to answer.
Where?
Someone asked, are we good with challenged credit? The answer to that is yes. So if you do go on our site, I've actually just launched a little bit of information how we've been doing very, very, very well, very successful, right? Our finance team is great, and a lot of students and newcomers that get the answer of no have gotten a yes from us. So I do suggest give it a shot, jump on our site, guys. You go to the financing tab and you'll see a little bit of information on that, and feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, the Kia Hyundai brand has a special.
Wow, he talks really loud.
Yeah, he does.
Take the mic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The Kia Hyundai brand has special relationships with finance companies that if your credit isn't perfect, they are willing to give you a shot at a little better rate than you might get off the street. So, yeah. Can the Kia Niro use Tesla superchargers? So not yet. In the US, there is supposed to be a deal coming where Tesla's going to unlock some of their superchargers as part of the Inflation Reduction Act, but in Canada, not so far. But we'll see. I mean, like every year, there's way more superchargers. Like it just keeps getting better and better. So
I'm going to do a 2-bird, 1-stone question because I saw somebody, actually Alan. First, I want to say hi, Alan. Met Alan and they bought a Tucson from us. Actually, I think it's the same. Alan, you said that you came all the way from Pickering because you saw our YouTube video and you grabbed a Hyundai Tucson. That red one with the white interior, love it. Really wanted to shoot it. But
Yeah.
we couldn't work it out that day before you picked it up. But here's the second thing to that, too, as well. Ooh, I just had a brain fart. Sorry. I actually did have a brain fart there.
Do you want to come
Next
back
question.
to it?
Yeah. Let me come back.
So
Wow.
Cliff is asking, is there anything you would recommend for those that are waiting for vehicles regarding their trade-in car
Yes.
Oh,
and the decreasing value? So kind of what happens right now when it's going to be, let's say it's going to be a year, we'll give you a number of what it's worth today. And if you can go without a car, we'll take the car and then you know, sell it and you're locked in for your trade value. Otherwise, the market is going to move and you know, we'll have to reappraise the trade, and when we do that, we'll tell you what the market.
Do you guys do
Mark
a short lease
is on.
or?
Mark Behringer, you have some news for him.
Mark, we may have some good news regarding an EV6.
We might.
And by may, meaning we have some good news regarding an EV6. We've got a car coming for you, bud. So I got to pick the color and I matched it up to your order. They gave me a couple choices and I wanted to make sure we got you one.
Should I get another confetti cannon or no?
Yes.
Actually, Pat, you covered my brain blank right there. Alan, actually, I think you guys don't do like a short lease, a short finance, or because they did that. Alan, who got that red Tucson you're talking about, we put them in a vehicle for about a year until his came in, and it was a Tucson, obviously, but it was a model that we had on there, so he just gave it back, and yeah. So you guys do that too, or?
We have done it, but with product being tight, it's been a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
So it all depends on whether or not we have the product or not. But regarding trade-in value, we start conservative so that we don't disappoint people when their car actually comes in. So we've only had to adjust maybe one trade-in values for all the ones that we've put. Like we really have done pretty well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's
we
been
do that
pretty
too, as
solid
well.
for sure. Let's see.
John, hey, I've got a 2022 Kia Niro EV. I love the car. I'm retired and don't drive much. Had it a year and it only has 1,800 miles. Do I need to bring it in for the 12-month service, even with very low mileage? John, I would recommend you take it in for the 1-year checkup. And the main thing you want to do is do a brake maintenance service. So now, if you live in California, maybe not. But in Canada, where we have all of the stuff on our roads from the different weather, the calipers can seize. And you burn through brake pads, whereas if you do a maintenance on it every year, that's best. Because remember, on EVs, you're using regenerative braking a lot without necessarily using your brakes, and so it should be lubricated and cleaned up. Maybe not in California or Florida, but in Canada, definitely.
Yeah.
See, I'm loving Alan too. Yes, we leased a Tucson Preferred with Trend package in July. Swapped it out for your dream car.
Nice.
Paul Williams says, "Hi, Gabby, Pat, and Mike."
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Nice crew in my Sportage that I'm picking up on Wednesday.
Yeah,
So this is
Denise.
exactly
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We got to meet her yesterday,
Yes.
and this car is awesome.
It is very
What a great
comfy,
color.
Denise. Thank you for your purchase.
What watch is the guy in blue wearing?
Oh, okay.
Watch reveal.
It's a Gucci watch actually. It's from my wife bought it for me when we got married, so I'll just show it to you there. I know it's Gucci. Make your comments.
We kind of,
Wow.
I refer to it as Gucky, but I
Gucky,
mean, if
I'll
you want to
I'll
call
tell
it.
you something about this watch. I've worn it almost every day. Look at it. Look at the shape it's in for 10 years. No
That's
scratching,
gorgeous.
no
It's a
nothing.
nice
So you
watch.
kind of get what you pay for watches. Love my wife. She got this for me. I got her something nice too as well. Not a car, but we'll get back to cars.
Gabby, what trim of Kia Soul is recommended?
I mean, all of them. The most popular one is definitely the EX Plus for sure. But based on your needs, if you need a leather seat, then the GT line limited is definitely the way to go. There's also the LX trim, which offers great value, and that's our entry level. So they all share the same engine transmission, though you'll get great fuel efficiency and great size of the Kia Soul, for sure.
We've got a question. What is the order time for a 2023 Kia Soul in the new Surf Blue? We're only getting about 2,000 Souls in Canada this year, and so that means like basically every dealer gets 10. That's not quite how it works, you know, because if you sell a lot, you get more. So it's been kind of slow getting Souls.
We've got 2 coming in.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
But we hadn't had one for how long before that?
true.
So on our recent order, we were able to order one. I did order a blue Soul for a customer, like literally today, And so they'll have it in probably 4 months. So it just depends on when you buy. It's still probably a 6-month process, I would say.
Let's see. Someone wants me to say Nissan.
Nissan?
Is that how you say it? Nissan?
Nissan.
Or Nissan?
Nissan. Depends how I feel that day.
Ramos wants to know if we finance the watch also, does it come with the 2024 Sportage?
The watch was on sale. This is priceless to me.
Oh my goodness.
Completely priceless. I have like 10 watches, and I only wear the one my wife got me.
Christian, when you get the remote starter with the app, and after a couple of months it has some issues, is it under warranty? Yeah. Your phone isn't, but the components that control the Kia Connect is under warranty for 3 years or 60,000 kilometers. Some may be 5 years or 100. Actually, the radio in Canada is only 3 or 60. So if it's something in the radio, but the rest of the components are 5 year or 100,000.
Ooh, great question from Decepticons Forever. Why is there a wait list for all EVs, or is this just a way for manufacturers to make more money?
Yeah, they're not making money on EVs. The only one that's making money on EVs right now is probably Tesla, because they've hit that volume point. And even Tesla, up until recently, wasn't making a profit. They were selling their carbon credits, and that's how they were making a profit. It is simply supply chain and demand. So it's not about, the future is definitely EV, and at some point they'll make a profit, but I don't really think anyone is. So us as dealers are making a profit on it, and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Any Autobot questions? No.
Last Friday in May, crazy how time flies. It has been nuts. Seriously crazy.
Oh, yeah.
No. Very, very strange.
How many incoming Seltoses are we getting? We've got about 20 incoming, maybe a little more. I just key punched. I had 5 orders that were all sold going today. And, we'll probably get at least that every month for the next several months. Yeah.
Hi, this is my first time watching the live chat, says Richard. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's like our fun little FaceTime chat that we do every day.
When do you expect the new batch of Carnival EX Plus to come? I ordered mine with you in August last year and was wondering if they started to come much faster. EX Pluses have not been fast at all. We ordered one today for a sold unit that if you ordered in August, this was like a May order. If you ordered in August, when should I? I'm gonna have to get back to you. I got to take a look and I'll let you know what I think.
No way, Ugly Beat. No way. The Carnival is beautiful. I've boycotted minivans my whole
I'm looking
life.
at Aaron Clark's profile
Yeah.
photo, and it's a BMW.
Yeah.
So
Me and my wife have boycotted minivans, and when I saw that for the first time, I'm like, oh, I need one.
Gabby, I saw you driving the electric car. Are you ready to make the change? So me, myself, I'm personally not ready at this point. I love driving EVs, but I don't think I can do it unless I also have a gasoline vehicle. And that's just me at this point. So a plug-in hybrid would make sense for me, a regular hybrid, but I couldn't do straight up EV unless I still had another car. It was too much to think about for me. Too much calculations.
Angel always has interesting questions. So let's
Yeah.
see what she has to say. Hi, Team Canada. Why are all-season tires not on EV vehicles, and will they consider it at some point? Other than the GT,
They all have
they
all
all have
season.
all-season tires.
In Canada, at least.
Yeah.
Like Canadian Kias.
They're not four-season tires, they're all-season tires, and the majority of us run with winter tires in the winter here.
Is it different in the States, maybe?
It could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if
I
you
know
live,
Angel's
if you
in
live
the
in Florida, you
States.
might as well have
Yeah.
Z-rated tires.
Yeah. Okay. Any over-the-air updates coming for the Sportage? At this point.
None at this point, no.
Dale said Gabby's still too range anxious as I am. I totally am.
Yeah,
I
but
got scared driving your car.
when you drive and like you see, I don't know, I think maybe we should see what happens when you run out of battery.
No.
No.
For me,
We do that Seinfeld episode
Yeah.
where see how far we can get to the line without paying
he just
for
gets
anything.
up and leaves the car. The new Hyundai Palisade is ugly. You know, I was just driving over here and getting a massage from an Ultimate Calligraphy. I think it's a beautiful vehicle.
Yep.
To each their own.
Okay, Christian has a question. Would you agree with the theory saying that we won't be able to have enough car chargers for full electric transition in the near future? I don't think it's about the chargers. I think it's about producing the electricity. And my opinion, and this is just one guy's opinion, you guys can disagree.
Oh no, Zoran's here. I'm joking.
I would say hybrid is probably, and plug-in hybrid is the way we should go in the future with some EV. I don't think a full adoption of EV is in the next 10 years. Zoran, start from the beginning.
There's already issues with electricity without that now, you know, and the world has to catch up to just self-generated, naturally generated.
Let's see. Does Kia or Hyundai make heavy-duty trucks?
Not here, they don't.
No.
We got a shout out from Chilliwack. Awesome. Dark Agent J.
Where is that?
It's
there
it is.
Oh, shut up, please.
And hydrogen cells, maybe. Yeah, Hyundai and Kia are developing hydrogen technology, particularly for big transports. And we've seen them at the auto show, and they're pretty slick.
Yeah, on the Envision 74 too. They
Right.
hydrogen.
Yeah, the sports car. Yep.
I'd like to order one of those, but
What's the weekend plan?
Kevin, we have unlimited power in Ontario. Yeah, nukes, and we also have hydro.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Zoran wants to know what our weekend plans are. Zoran also always comments every single day saying that he saw me at Lime Ridge Mall. So I'm going to Lime Ridge Mall this weekend. I'm just going to spend my entire weekend there.
I'm going to Portugal.
Are you?
Nice.
Yeah.
When? Did you just come back from a trip?
Let's not talk about that.
Are you adopting?
I was just in Florida for a couple.
You guys are pointing out
I was
the
in
watch,
Florida
you know,
for a couple days.
Awesome, that's awesome.
Must be nice.
Does Pat need to change his EV6 tires? They definitely have some bald spots on it, and it's not for my driving.
That is so
And
weird.
you're going to Portugal, so you might come back to a little bit more.
Yeah, I think we got to do another EV6 test drive video, just like a reshoot, you know what I mean? See, Dale already said
Dale, Gabby gets Pat's car again.
question mark?
Whatever.
You don't drive it. I got into the car, it had 1,600 kilometers.
Yeah.
And I left it with like, what, 2,300 or something?
I don't know, it had a lot more on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Portugal is flooded. You might want to rethink that trip, Mikey. Pat's going.
I'm not going.
Portugal's not
I
flooded.
wish I was going. My wife's
Yeah.
Portuguese, but she's been there a million times, and she has no interest in going anytime soon.
Pat's getting that fat check. Pat owns this place.
yeah. He's the one cutting the one.
Kevin, EV6 wait time update. So we are up to March of 2022. All of those orders, with the exception of one, has been filled. So we got 18 units allocated to us in the last several weeks. And so depending on when you bought, I know you haven't bought one yet, Kevin, but depending on when you bought determines when the car comes, but it's definitely improved.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Are the smaller vehicles, example, the Nero, being manufactured larger like the Sportage and now the Santa Fe? So are they increasing in size with their refreshes? Because the Nero's definitely grown. Oh my gosh, we just got so many all at once.
Kevin always gives me my financial update.
Yeah.
Hey, NASDAQ's up, that's good.
Same with the Kona. So the new Kona is it's just over half a foot bigger than its previous year. And I think because they just needed to match more of the size of the class it's in, right? Like it's supposed to be in the class as a Seltos, but when I look at like my brother has a Seltos, like it's not the same size.
No.
Right? So,
Yeah.
I actually saw one driving on the road, I couldn't believe my eyes because I thought we weren't. But supposedly sometimes they give them to dealerships, like to just kind of drive. I saw one here.
Oh,
like
yeah?
a black one, yeah. And I was trying to chase him down to say, can we shoot this? And I was going the opposite way, but looks really cool. Can't wait to show you guys.
So based off everything I've ever heard come out of Zoran, I think he's somewhat local. Like he knows about Xander's in Brantford. He knows about Lime Ridge Mall. And he said, Pat, are you going to hire me as a car washer this season or what, my guy?
I mean, you're welcome to come over and say hi.
Yeah, come on over.
You like YouTube? That's good.
Yeah.
When is Hyundai getting into the van segment? In North America, I don't think they will. Kia did the van and Hyundai did the truck, and that seems to be working pretty well. Initially, both Kia and Hyundai had vans, and they were just competing with each other. And I think there wasn't really, a great level of volume, so they went in different directions. And in other markets, Hyundai has big vans.
Yeah.
But not in Canada or North America.
It's not needed. I mean, Kia and Hyundai, they complement each other in its class. If you're thinking of one, you're thinking of the other, right? So I definitely think, we'll let you guys have the Carnival. It's beautiful.
Let's see.
We've got the Santa Cruz, So it's the small pickup truck.
I love this one. Can we get a "Where are they now" for the hamsters in the old Kia Soul commercial?
What?
They want to know where, like actors, where are they now? Or like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know if they're
Oh my
around.
goodness.
That was CGI, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're still around.
I don't know if
Bring them back.
human-sized hamsters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Aaron likes Genesis. Okay, he likes one car. That's great.
Okay.
We appreciate that. If we could get more Genesis product, we would do more reviews. But
Hold on a second. You said, Aaron, you didn't like the Palisade. The Palisade Ultimate Calligraphy is pretty much the closest, there's a lot of Genesis,
oh yeah.
in there. So you got to like it a little bit. Give it a second chance.
So is buying stock in Kia or Hyundai a good idea to consider? That's a really good question. 3 or 4 years ago, Warren Buffett bought a big block into Kia because he thought there was a lot of upside. I don't know if he still owns it, but the companies are performing very well. They're very profitable, and the product cadence that we have coming looks really, really favorable. We have had some issues, like, there's been some pretty big recalls that hit the books, but like best profit, like pretty much ever right now. So you may want to consider it. It's up to you.
I think Mark may have missed when we said we have a car for him. Because he asked, where are you guys on deliveries for EV6s? I was on the list as of last April.
Mark.
You're getting your
You're
car.
getting a car. I got it allocated yesterday. I'm just waiting on the VIN. Kevin asked, where does Kia trade? They trade in Korea. So they trade in won, so you also have currency risk. Won is the South Korea's currency.
Do you see anything, Mike?
Yeah, we talked about that literally before we started filming. Someone's asking, there's a lot going on here. You're from
there's
Florida, you're in Israel right now, but literally asking, Telluride or
Oh,
Palisade,
yes. Okay. So me and Mike were having this discussion earlier. The Palisade and the Telluride are the same vehicle mechanically. They have the same engine, the same transmission. They're very similar size. They both have 7-seater or 8-seater capacities. However, they look very, very different. So the Palisade's going to offer you more of a luxurious touch, luxurious finishes. It's also going to have things like a massage seat for the driver. Meanwhile, the Telluride has the X line and X Pro trims, which look a little bit more rugged. You get your all-terrain tires, a bit more the stance look to it. Safety-wise, they have the same safety features, same tech features. They're great vehicles, but they look very, very different style-wise. So it really comes down to what you prefer. And then also maybe availability in your area. If it's super hard to get a Telluride there, super easy to get a Palisade, that might sway your decision.
So Science Plus asks, Telluride, Palisade, which ones are coming quicker? And at the beginning, it was Palisade and Telluride were forever. And it's kind of swapped right now. Now Tellurides are coming quicker and Palisades come a little slower.
Yeah, of course. So Palisades, it's all allocation now. You can't order a 2023 Palisade. It's going into 2024 orders now. So you get what we have if you're coming to us. But yeah, and Telluride isn't like that, right? You can still order?
We get an allocation every month and we order from there.
Okay.
So there's 113 of you guys on. If you happen to like the format, if you happen to like what we're doing,
The absolute mess that this video is.
give us a like.
The format.
If we've answered one of your questions,
Yeah.
give us a like.
If you're watching it, give us a like. I like my own videos.
Aaron, the Telluride is better. The Palisade is ugly.
Hey.
They're both great cars.
No, they're both really good.
Aaron, come by. I have a Palisade registered RMT. It'll give you a nice little massage. Maybe change your mind.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in UK. Any idea when the EU would be getting updated nav, etc.? Last one was November 22nd. Where USA updated this month and will new feature to auto add charge points if range not enough. So over here, we can download a nav update from right off the internet. We just punch our VIN in, and twice a year we get updates. Yeah, I guess you don't have that over there? I wonder if you could use the North American update.
Why are you laughing?
If I come tomorrow,
That
can
was
I get a selfie with Gabby and Mikey, not you, Pat? Sorry, you remind me of my dad.
That's okay. I'm not hiring you to wash cars.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, not trash talking the owner of the
God.
dealership.
Oh my goodness.
That
You
is
guys
hilarious.
make me laugh.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Where's Peter? Peter moved to New Brunswick, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I always have to think about it. I'm like,
You
Newfoundland,
did
New
that.
Brunswick.
So in Ontario, there was a big jump in house prices, and in New Brunswick, there wasn't. And he's like, I'm going to take advantage of the market. So he bought low, sold high, bought low. That was a pretty good move.
Scroll up a second. Yes, I saw that. He goes, Mike, you spilled something on your pants. And I looked down. Now he goes, that was up. And he goes, I made you look, Mike. You got me. You guys are hilarious. You got me. Meanwhile, like, I've drank nothing today, so I don't know why I looked.
Zoran followed up by saying, I'm jealous of Pat's full head of hair. I'm a baldy.
You're the reason why I took
can't
my
win
hat
'em all.
off. Yeah, Zoran, you were telling me I was bald under here. I have to show you guys.
Ellis said, did my Kia Stinger question get
Where is
answered?
that?
Let me scroll up and see if I can find it, because
Yeah,
I don't think we
think
said
we missed it.
Ellis.
Meven, I'm planning to do rust proofing for my Seltos. I contacted Crown Rust Proofing. They said they want to drill my car. So my question, will it affect my extended warranty with Kia? It could. I probably wouldn't do it. Anytime they're using an oil-based chemical that they have to drill holes for drainage, at the bottom of the doors, it's going to look like the car's dirty all the time because it somehow sits down there in the bottom. And it absolutely works for rust proofing, but don't love it. Yeah, I would not do that. There's other products up there I think are better.
Ellis, can you re-ask your question? I can't seem to find it.
I saw like one or two people say they love the new Kia logo. I love it. I love the new Kia logo.
It makes the cars look more, like, definitely more clean, more modern, for sure.
Any word on the new review of the Kia K5 timeline or any insider information you may have? We had this discussion about a refresh, and I don't remember what we talked about.
It was for a Forte. The Forte is getting a refresh.
No, but there's a K5 in the plan somewhere too.
Oh, I don't remember you telling me anything about that.
I think I have it somewhere. I got to go back and check the slides.
That will be in next month's live Q&A.
Maybe Monday. I'll check and see if I've got any data on that.
Oh, Zoran said, heads up, Red Hill Expressway closed all weekend both ways. Yeah, so the link too. If you live in Hamilton, you guys know this is gonna suck. Like, major.
Ioniq 5 is 2 packages now, luxury and ultimate. What's the difference?
Luxury and ultimate. Well, ultimate is obviously it's a higher trim, so you'll get a little bit more in the ultimate package. I mean, to be specific about it, obviously you'll get the left
Did
and
you
turn
check
right.
your keyboard?
Yeah. So, sorry, I just lost track there. So with the ultimate in any model, you get a little bit more of touches. So that can include heads-up display. That will include when you signal in your cluster, it will show cameras, of your blind spots, amongst a bunch of other just little upgrades here tech-wise and obviously comfort-wise. I suggest you come in and test drive both of them because there's a little bit of some people will compromise. You don't need all of these things sometimes. So it's really just based on the price difference. You make a decision, based on what you could live without, or maybe you don't want to live without any of it.
David Wong, when will the 2024 Soul come out? We just had our first order today for 2024 Soul. So probably it's usually about a month build. Probably be here in 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you know anything about the 2024 Santa Fe? Like anything official?
Yep. So yeah. So those three. So the 2024 Santa Fe, obviously redesigned. You guys have seen that online. I like how they're going with a more boxier look. I know
Yeah.
you don't like boxy, but I do because it's a little bit more rugged. The Kona too as well. Like again, production starts. They start building them in June, so we could see them as soon as September on our lot. That's coming from the owner on the Hyundai side. I asked yesterday because I knew you guys were going to ask.
There was a good comment about why can't we use a USB? Oh, I'm getting chirped. It's funny. The question was, why can't we use a USB to record the front and rear camera? And I think that's actually a good suggestion. We'll put that forward. So, someone's making fun of my laptop saying it's super oily.
That's disgusting. I'm not showing you guys mine.
Like the inside?
No, like the
Ew.
keys.
Oh.
You guys are talking crazy. Do you not, if you don't use a laptop, like,
Like
This is
video
what they look
so we
like.
can
I'll
get
go to my
Pat
car.
a new
I'll go to my
laptop.
car and get my laptop that my 2 9-year-old kids use. This thing I can eat off of Pat's compared to mine.
you guys are funny.
Steven said,
Made me laugh.
Gabby, you wheeze when you laugh. It ain't easy being wheezy. That's all I have to say.
Anyway, I can still drive one without changing countries.
Wait, what?
Commercialize where I live. Where do you live, William?
What was the question?
Well, Hyundai Sonatas, Elantras, and Kia Fortes are not commercialized where I live. Anyway, I can still drive. Well, I know we can't sell it to you, so.
Well, depending
Yeah,
where you
it-
live, they might just be called something else.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So it might be pretty much the same vehicle.
Stan,
So,
just chirping me. That's funny.
Hyundai
I love
Vision
it.
concept pony car, the cyberpunk one.
Have you seen that?
No, I mean I saw the Envision 74, but Vision concept pony car.
Well,
So the N74 was built. Envision
I
74
think that's
was
what
built.
they mean.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is that was built off of the original design of the pony. So what do I think about it? I think it's awesome.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's obviously it's hydrogen, it's fast, it's beautiful. It's like a little Back to the Future look. Fun fact, if you guys follow anything Hyundai, the DeLorean concept was actually stolen from the pony.
Hyundai.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Hyundai built, because Hyundai built theirs in 77 and the DeLorean came out in the 80s. So you want the real Back to the Future car? You get a
is
pony. I've actually been trying to look for one, me and Jeff aggressively, just one in good shape that we can kind of bring in, but.
So the person who asked the question about like Forte and stuff lives in France, and I
Okay.
believe over there it's called the Seed.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same car as far as Forte. So I think you probably have most of the models that we have here, but they have different names. So
Kevin's got to go pick up his kids from school.
yeah, I think I got to go back to work. Kevin, have
It'd
a
be a
great
lot
day,
cooler
bud.
in an EV6, though. That's all I got to say. Anyway, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for having some banter with us, and hopefully we added some value. If not, at least we had a couple laughs.
Yeah. We're not going to
All
read that
right.
one. Oh,